What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. At the mini kill house, recording some gameplay because we did not get as much from locals as we wanted. Third round went walkies. Don't know what happened to it. Looks like we're going to be seeing me go first. Giza in the back and the Garneto, and then we're going to see Wind Guardians play their namesake field spell. And then Jim's going to go for the one choke, try and see if we can force out the boost, but we're just going to put a memory setter down and go, nope, no memory chokes for you, please. Next up, I'm going to make a Derek in the back, full blue line, and then Jade memory boost. 4-0 premium in this list. You'll be seeing the deck profile by the end of the week. And looks like we're going to commit a search here and evolve for 2. Don't want to pass him the full 3. We'll force him to crack the boost if he wants to keep turn and make a 6. So just a little bit of awareness of how the memory wants to be used. Going to make the Griffin Mon still going to be able to keep turn, of course, thanks to the boost. And then we get the Woodmon out. That said, though, I honestly really shouldn't have pushed out the 4 here. We're going to see the Terapia. Terapia then gets to suspend for the Alliance. Do get the suspension when Digivolving, then it gets to go into the Hydra, which should suspend and lock the Nene. And then I'm going to decline to use the all turns to DNA. It's going to be Alliance 2 checks through, and then this is going to be a very quick Cernu. And Cernu is going to bot deck, which of course is going to get through our ability to play through the 3. So pretty crusty game 1 already. Just didn't need to push out considering that Cernu could double bot deck in that situation. Makes things pretty difficult as we're going to go in for Alliance 2. See the rest of our rookies. And it's just going to be a Jade memory boost to try and clear. Picks up, I think that's a Puppetmon. And then we get to stay at 3. Rookie in the back. Can try cracking the boost here and then use the Millennium, the new option. Emerges to pitch the Moon, draw 2. And then we're going to Digicross to just clear the Cernu. It will see itself leave play though, annoyingly. So it will get something on the crackback. So that puppet that just came down probably just cooks us. But it looks like we're going to see the Woodmon instead. Is going to be the full clear. And then the Woodmon suspends the Millenniummon, which means that Puppet will now get to Digivolve and clear it pretty easily. Get to go for a cheaper Evo with the Parasaur, then into the Terriermon, and then this is a pretty easy Puppet. No, I'm going to go Terapia instead. Crack the boost and then Puppet for 3. Get the Digivolve and then gets to bot deck the machine. And we just get to swing. Does hit the option and swing the last. So gonna be a quick game 1, pretty much decided off of that Cernu turn. We'll be back after a bit. And whilst we are getting shuffled up, I do want to say a big thank you to all of the members that have been supporting the channel. Your support goes a long, long way. You can just press the join button to join the list of members. Of course, we got the Mega Justice Josh and Ultimate here on YouTube. No tier 3 on Twitch, and we are opening up fast with the Gizamon and pitching off the Moon with the Wicked God Emerges. Nice and quick on this one. I'm gonna go for the Wind Guardians in the back, and I'm gonna turn Mushroom into Woodmon. Delta just passing 1. We're gonna play nice and cheap at the net, and he's gonna pass over 2, which means we are gonna have to pass 3 in order to try and stop him from doing anything, and we can do that nice and easy. Pitch 1, draw 2. Got the machine set up in trash there. And he's going to put a boost down. Let's pick up a mushroom off that. And we're going to put the Gazi down because we don't want him to be able to use the boost. We want to be annoying. And he's going to put a Flora down. That said, we're not in a super big position to punish this. Unless it dies on the swing. So we're going to swing in. It does die on the swing. On delete, we get to just pitch and clear. So we just get to continue to be annoying. And we're going to use the... Gazi is going to get the double hit as we do get the Zeed and the Chimera. Choking a 1. And down comes a new Flora. Which is a tad annoying, because it means we do kind of have to play on board to try and clear it. And really what we should do here is we should evolve for 3 in order to clear it. But we're going to evolve for 2, which is a mistake. If we'd evolved for 3, we would have got the one choke to clear and keep him in the back. So that's kind of a mistake on my part. So we're just going to have to spend 3 in the back, which obviously, yes, we're under boost. Like, we're under the memory blocker, but he can still keep turn with the Griffin is the problem. So he gets to play the Woodmon. Woodmon suspends the Ghazi, and because the Deltamon has a blocker inherit, but it's not native blocker, he still gets to do the full line. And even if it was a blocker, I guess it would get suspended. We get to go into Hydra, so this should still just be full combo. Is swinging at the body, and it is 2 checks. Does hit a Nene on it, which is better than nothing. Yeah, and we do have Vortex, so if he was able to get the unsuspend at end of opponent's turn, then he'd be able to clear it. I'm going to correct the boost here to go to 2, and then drop the puppet just to... It is mandatory unsuspense, mandatory bot deck, so gives me a lot of memory, and, you know, Lamau, it's an overflow body, so kind of an overextension. I'm going to spend 3. We're going to find just the Delta off that. Or do we take the Wicked God? Then we're just checking to see what's in trash. I'm going to take the Wicked God Descends instead. And then we can 1-cost Evo, clear the Ghazi, has to clear lowest DP, so it clears the Hydra. And then Wicked God Descends, play Machine, de-digivolve the Griffin. So we're just making sure we got the memory correct. So, yep, puts over to 5. De-digivolve both. And then add back the rookie, and it's Millenniummon time. I think we're just trying to figure out what we want to clear. It's probably going to be clearing, yeah. Clear the puppet. 5, 6, 3, 4, and then we just gotta make it so it takes him ages to draw the 6. So the 6 is probably gonna be at the back, and then we're gonna gain back 4 thanks to the overflow. And we can just swing. We're thinking that he wouldn't have a second puppet, but he does have a second puppet, which is incredibly annoying. So he just gets the de-digivolve and clear, so we kind of end up throwing that one away. But he has just given us another overflow body, so we're just going to make another one. Although I guess we can do it from trash. Yeah, we're going to choose not to. We're just going to have the Millenniummon come down. It's going to get the clear. And then overflow 4. So we end up passing him 3. And we're going to decline to use the Wicked God Emerges. So then we can kind of play proactive onto his board, swing for the 2, and then kind of go from there. I guess technically, yes, a little bit of a throw. Not respecting the second puppet ace, but we had literally just cleared one after he dropped it, so you would hope that he wasn't on a second one. Do have a Zed there, and there is a moon because obviously we pitched it turn 1, but I quite frankly lost it because I'm a dog. End of turn we're going to be playing out the Zed, and then we're going to spin 2 in order to play back the Millenniummon, and we're going to digicross from trash the Sec +1 inherit. On play, we're going to clear the body, and then on play, we're going to use the Zed to just give him a dead draw and be annoying. Again, we could have made a moon here, which actually might have mattered. I'm going to swing 2, Analog Youth, and then if we can choke to 2, we actually kind of own here. But we're just gonna, well, choke to 1, we kind of own him here, but we weren't able to do it that way. We actually could have made lethal from this position. If we, okay, so if we floated the moon, we actually have lethal from this position because the 1 burn would have mattered. It meant we would be on the Wind Guardian here, and it would mean that we'd be able to overclock dead draw and give him 1. We're going to use the Nene, and we're going to put nonsense to the top of his deck, swing that last check, and then leave him there. So yeah, there was a line where if we'd gone into the moon, then we evolve for 2 in the back. It means we get to obviously 1 choke, overclock, float into a new body, gain back, turn off the analog youth, and then overclock again for game is the line that we'd be able to take. But unfortunately, we are stupid. Looks like we're going to be giving over a boatload of memory as he's going to drop the Hydra down. And then end of his turn. Going to go into the moon that we, for whatever reason, just didn't do anything with. And now we're going to make him trash everything but 5 cards, which, as you can see, is a lot of them. Obviously, there's no Davises out, but that was like 8 or 9 cards deleted, which is very funny. So what we can just do here is we can go Delta for 2, and then we can go swing here. Or we can just evolve into Chimera. We're going to pitch to draw 2. And we do find the Chimera this time. We're just going to slam the Chimera. Digicross, not that it matters. Get to pop a 3, 4, and a 5, which means clear our guy. Clear Kiwi. Burn the last, and then overclock. Spin the Hydra to put it to the bottom of the deck, and that is going to be the full clear for game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Join the members! Howdy gang, it's, you know, May, and I'm finally done that thing I said I would do in February, which is give you a 2025. Please consider subscribing and all that. We've started to go up really, really far. Really happy to be still that biggest English-speaking European Digimon content creator, and I'm always eternally thankful for that. Yeah, we do a bunch of different things. The podcast, which a lot of people really like. We also do some game shows, and we've gotten to start doing some history videos with the How Good Was Shoutmon, and we plan on doing many, many more. But just wanted to give you kind of like a little bit more of an updated look for your reminder to try and always like and subscribe to the video if you can. And if you do feel like leaving us a comment, even if it's just like a short one, it goes a really long way to supporting the channel. But again, the best way to support the channel is to join the members or use Twitch Prime on Twitch. You can get free ad-free Twitch streams there, but you can get ad-free content here on YouTube for as little as £1 a month by pressing the join button. And if you are a champion, you get some extra bonuses for that as well. Rookies and ultimates, we're still trying to figure out a couple more things that we can do to best support you. Like if you do get to see us in the UK at an event, I'll always have some extra bonus sleeves that are available for our rookies and above there, and we'll try and sort out eventually something for our international viewers. But just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that has been a member. I know I don't always get to shout you out, but I do cherish every single one of you, and to join the Discord as well, so we can get extra benefits for you there whilst you're in the Discord, access to some extra channels. But yeah, thank you for 3 years of Digimon support now, and helping me do what I do daily. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. And since we're going into game 3, I want to say a thank you to the rest of our ultimates: the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, 3 Strikeable, Brad, King of Knights, Sacred Armour, and Matthew Bowen. Then for our champions, who we will be doing the podcast on Monday, so you'll be getting new bonus content very, very soon, I promise. Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, The Martyr, FGC, Donkey, Orphos, Magna Kraken Security, Kava, Stephen Holdren, Pap, and Epsilon Cross. And then thank you to all of our rookies. And it looks like we're going to be keeping this hand, so I want to say thank you to the Digi Eggs as well. Rookie in the back, Wind Guardians going first. And I'm going to see the Woodmon. Ooh, committing our rookie at the start feels pretty bad, but we are going to get the pitch. I think we drew into a second one. I hate committing my only rookie to board, but it looks like we're not going to get punished. Going to see the memory booster, but because he's put a memory boost instead of a rookie down, I have to commit the rookie again with the Gazimon just to lock it down. Funny we've seen not one of that consistently, but it's just like, man, I would love to evolve a Pagamon in the back. I'd love my free 0 cost Evo, but I really need this gone. Does get to pick up a blue piece and a Wind Guardian with that, so we are going to see the raid to clear the body. And finally, we have a rookie in the back, so we can just be a bit more annoying. But passing 3 is a lot. Again, this is just one of those ones where I'm just not sure if I should have just evolved for 3. We're going to put the Zeed in trash. So now we've got Moon and Zeed, but the terriermon gets to suspend and clear the rookie, which means now we get a piercing 1 check, and we really needed it to die. But the problem is you're not running any bombs in this list, so piercing jamming does kind of do what it needs to do. That said, though, not going to see too much of an overextension here. It does pass us a full 3 rather than cracking the boost to do it, which is kind of surprising. We know the terriermon is in play. Maybe shouldn't have committed the... like, maybe don't push up here, or maybe do. Maybe not push up. Looks like we're going to see... Yeah, we're going to see the machine come down. There was no need to push up. Going to see the Digivolve and then just clear. So unless we have another rookie in the back, which we do, I just don't know if there was any major point in doing it. We passed him a lot. He does have a boost. Gets to go to 6. And Terapia... No, I'm going to go for the Daramon instead. One thing that was interesting is he probably could have just gone for a jamming check at security, then Daramon to get the extra value, but maybe just trying to play around an ace that doesn't exist. And we're going to see the puppet come down, going to see just the bot deck. But, I mean, that's a pretty early commit. It was bot deck, though, which obviously, you know, it not being in trash is kind of annoying. We'd obviously prefer it in trash, Analog Youth. And we do have to take the 4 in this instance, annoyingly. But we're going to take the 5 instead. Never mind. Yeah, the 4 would have made a lot more sense. We have gone through a couple of them. But I guess we... Maybe I think what the thing is, we're looking at... If he has it, he has it. Yeah, we could have taken the 4 and then, like, cleared 1 body. But if he has it, he has it. Terapia is going to come down, suspend the Geyser. We're not losing anything major in terms of value here. And we're setting up for next turn. Going to swing, piercing, jamming. Can't have our attack redirected here. Does hit a boost, which is nice. And that gives us a bit more to play with next turn. Going to see the puppet down. And then we don't have the vortex option. So again, gives up some damage there. Just not recognizing his current board state. Got the chance for a 1-cost Evo. So we do have to kind of make it happen here. We are looking at potentially going into the Chimera I like less. 1-cost Evo, get to pop one of our guys to go 3, 4, 5. So we do get to double clear there, takes the body off board. And then what we're probably looking at is machine on top, just having to Evo, de-Digivolve, gain back the 4. And then we're actually going to boost and go into Millenniummon, which is going to attempt to delete. And we have the option to go into a different body here. Looks like we're going to go into the Zeed. And then Zeed, when digivolving, place the 5 to the top to spin the 5. And then we aren't protected from any effects, which is marginally annoying, but I mean, you've done so much that you'd hope that you'd be able to keep yourself safe in this position. You wouldn't just immediately be able to crack back. But it looks like we're going to just slam the Hydra. Hydra reduces the cost of the Terapia, then gets to go into the Griffin. And then end of turn, we get to go into the Cernu, which just indiscriminately bot decks. So this Zeed can get punished. Something wasn't really aware of like the full removal that Cernu had. So it does just get to play a guy and then have targeted removal. You see me picking that up. So yeah, unfortunately the Zeed just going to go. And of course, you know, it is a blue deck. So purple deck's worst nightmare. Probably, yeah, we're just going to commit the purple option. And then we're just going to bring back the Zeed, get the shiny one, and just get to put a dead draw on top is the idea. Although I think it's a 4 that we put on top. Maybe it would have been better to put a 5 on top. Gets to float on its way out as well, which is the more annoying thing. So no defensive line here. He just has to find 3 checks. Obviously one of these tamers is still around. But we couldn't afford the Zeed to be played if we committed like a composite to try and get an overclock. Even then, overclock wouldn't work on the turn it was played. Gonna have the Griffin to come out, which means we do get to go in Alliance 2 checks. But first we're gonna evolve the Terapia, then declare Alliance, which means it's been suspended by effect. Attempt to suspend, but then we get to go into the Puppet. Obviously attempt to do Digivolve and all the fun stuff. It is big enough, hits through 2 Millenniums. I feel like this lethal line wasn't very efficient though. He could have gone Terapia over the Parasaur, and then this stack would be able to swing. That said though, he is just going to be able to go into Cernu. Cernu attempt to bot deck once more, because he did just have a second one. He does have a lot of cards in hand, weren't able to really thin the pack this much. Down comes the Mushroom, and then this is swing and swing. But he thinks he's out of his lethal line, but he does draw into a second one where instead of spending the 2 for Vortex, he can just go into Dera, unsuspend the Cernu, and then swing the Cernu for the last. So that's going to be the end of this match. If you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We've got more games coming from the locals at home, and obviously head over to Minikill's channel as well, where you're going to get to see some Mike on Digimon of some different matchups as well. Bye!